Hello and welcome to Fabric Lab's Low and No Code Nuggets, a bite-sized video series where we dive into the exciting and emergent world of low code, no code, and AI digital product innovation. Every other Friday, I'll sit with leaders in industry to chat about how these innovative platforms are solving real-world problems. You'll discover how the new product development industry is shifting and changing, how we can now bring products to market far faster and more efficiently than ever before, whilst not sacrificing on quality. And we at Fabric Labs are at the forefront of this change. In today's episode, I'm really excited to welcome Iman Douali to the show. Iman is a technical value advisor for the no-code workflow automation platform, Make. Welcome to the show, Iman. Great to have you with us. How are you today?
Thank you very much for having me, Paul. I'm fine. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad at all. I'm here in New York. It's sunny and beautiful, and summer is coming, so I've nothing to complain about, Iman. So to start off, Iman, could you give us an overview of Make as a company, the vision for the organization, and maybe your role within that company?
Mhm. So as you mentioned before, Make is a no-code visual platform that allows the users to automate their workflow. So the set of repetitive tasks that need to be done anyways and that doesn't have any, let's say, added value, or sometimes it has some added value but needs to be done very quickly. So yeah, it is possible through Make. It's very visual, made for technical people and not so technical people. So it's actually a good platform to be able to execute your ideas
Mm-hmm.
without waiting for the engineering team to do that for you. And my role at Make is technical value advisor. I am taking care of our enterprise customers on technical side, so helping them with their technical challenges, figuring out solutions for them, and also on the business side, exploring with them their processes and where they can see more value using Make and automation, generally speaking.
Goodness, super interesting, Iman. Thank you so much for that overview. So, am I right in thinking that Make is really kind of pushing at an efficiency play within organizations, so that companies and all of the employees within that organization can then focus on more value additive tasks within their product organizations?
Yeah, you're right. So we can imagine in our every day-to-day life, we have so many tasks that are repetitive, that have copy pasting, and to be honest, we have to do them, but it doesn't have any added value. We're not spending our time actually. Let's say if I am a salesperson, having the human relationship with the customer rather than just um, doing some kind of task of filling the information that could be automated otherwise. So yeah, it is a very good way of saving the time, saving costs as well, and also being more efficient, having more accurate as well, because the data, most of these tasks sometimes they are error prone. So when I'm inputting something manually, I could have a typo or make any mistake. So yeah, Make is a very good, or automation in general is a very good way to have this efficiency and accuracy.
Fantastic. Um, I'm in the low and no code world, I would say less than a year at this point, Iman, and I'm really excited by what the future will bring for this incredibly innovative, I suppose product development philosophy and set of tools. But one thing that I've noted over the last year or so is that there's still an amount of skepticism within enterprise around the scalability and extensibility of some of these low and no code platforms. Do you have large customers today that use Make to improve how they operate? And if so, can you give us one or two case studies that really underscores the value of this platform?
Yeah, you are right, and it's normal. Every time you have a new product or new idea, it's always met with skepticism. So that's a natural thing. So we do have some large customers using Make. These customers succeeded to leverage the automation. Of course, they have more complex processes and workflows, and they have cross department, cross team collaboration, and this was made easy with Make, really removing the friction between different teams and departments. And I can give you one example of a use case that was done. It's a company in the healthcare industry. So if you imagine with me the drug that you are buying in the pharmacy, it comes with a sheet, and each time it has a different format. It comes in sometimes 2 columns, sometimes it's just 1 column, etc. So for the online pharmacies, they also receive these sheets the same way as we have them in print. It's not formatted in a nicer way. And the online pharmacies, they would like to have a better experience for their customers. Of course, they want their customers to be able to filter out drugs they're allergic towards, or if they're vegan, they would like to have just vegan drugs. So they've been able to leverage Make with AI. So the AI would get these sheets and could actually understand and structure the data. And this is, built with Make so that they can get the sheets, extract the data, structure it, and actually feed it back to their websites and make their customers having a better user experience so that they can actually go ahead and filter which kind of drugs they would like to buy.
It's incredible. So there's a huge efficiency play there. In addition to, as you mentioned earlier, accuracy challenges are eliminated by leveraging AI and workflow
Definitely.
automation. That's fantastic. And I suppose with Make, just for those who aren't super familiar with it, Iman, so effectively at a very simplistic level, there's a UI or a dashboard or a platform, and it's
Yes.
effectively drag and drop, right? So this is all visual components with no coding needed to ensure that we can stitch together all of these parts of an automation flow and effectively end to end automate that task using these visual components. Is that correct, Iman?
Yes, you described it in a very good way. So we have, I love to call them bubbles that you are connected to each other. It's very, very easy to get started. But what I would like to stress is that even if you have, let's say you have a technical background and you have more knowledge, you can do very crazy things. So go like in very complex setups. So we like to think about it accessible for the non-tech folks, but also for people that have a technical background and skills. They could really leverage it in a more powerful way.
Very interesting. And not to get too technical on this one, Iman, but are all of the integrations available out of the box for the majority of the enterprise products and applications that these organizations may need to stitch together to automate these processes? Or is there a level of plumbing and piping needed to make these integrations, available, let's say, within Make?
So to this date, we have around 1,700 apps that are built there for all the users. And sometimes, we could have a tool which doesn't have a built-in integration, or we call it an app inside Make. And there we have a universal module that can make the HTTP calls to every tool supporting the HTTP calls. So that's quite also useful, but if we have someone a little bit technical, they could build themselves these connectors and make it available for their company, for example. So yeah, that's also possible.
Fantastic. So predominantly available out of the box, but incredibly flexible in the event that additional new integrations were needed for some of these workflows. Super powerful across the board, Iman. I must say it's an exciting time for your organization. For those listening in, Iman, if they've never leveraged any workflow automation platform or never used Make, how should they think about starting off on this journey, right? Again, there is some skepticism within industry with all new innovations, even when there's such incredible value to be gained from this. For those potential customers that do have a lot of manual processes within their organization, how would you encourage them to potentially dip their toe in this water and get started with a product like Make?
Mm-hmm. So I think if I'm talking about Make in our website, we have a very rich library of use cases and of templates where you could see, this is happening in the marketing department. So let's go and see what are the use cases and see what are the pre-built templates that I could just use out of the box to test the waters before actually moving full in. So yeah, I'd encourage to try this first. We have a wonderful community, a lot of people collaborating together. So yeah, just leverage the community or reach out to us directly.
Sure.
We will be happy, more than happy to help.
Fantastic. And then last question, it feels like generative AI is on the front of mind for all leaders across all industries almost today. Iman, I think you mentioned with the use case that you spoke about earlier in the conversation that AI was a part of that, overall engagement. How are you as an organization thinking about leveraging generative AI to improve this process and this level of automation going forward for your enterprise customers?
Yeah, as you mentioned, AI is a big topic for us internally. We are doing everything possible to leverage it for our own platform, but also with the other integrate very well with the other tools. I know that my colleagues from the apps development, they worked very hard to release the OpenAI models whenever they change their API. So they are really on the front door to get it done because yeah, our customers are really thirsty and looking
Sure.
forward to get these. On our side and for our platform, we're also relying on AI for now to make the platform accessible to more people. So we lately released the AI assistant where you could type, please, I need to, whenever I receive an email from that person, please, let's say, schedule a meeting or send them my Calendly link or something like this. And then it will pop the workflow already built for you, more or less ready to be used. So this was our first iteration of the AI assistant, but our goal is really to democratize the automation so that everyone could start and make it more intuitive to build.
Fantastic. Goodness me. What an exciting future, Iman. I did say the last question was my last one. I'm going to jump in with one final question that I ask all individuals who join us on this discussion. Really just to get your sense for, I suppose, the future of low code, no code, and even citizen development to an extent, which seems to be a core part of how Make operate. What do you see in the future for this industry, let's say over the next 3 to 5 years, Iman?
Thank you. Yeah, it's a very good question, Paul. So we see more and more companies are interested in no code, low code to actually automate their processes, but also to be more agile and even build some bits and parts of their products. So, for example, if we have actually some existing customers that are having their product, but just two of their customers do need some special feature. And if they would actually develop it, it would really cost a lot of money. So it's economically not feasible. But
Right.
they could actually automate it. They are using Make in order to deliver these bits of the product to their customers. So it's actually new business they are getting thanks to Make and to no code. So I do see it as a way that we could actually make the cake bigger, and we can actually acquire new business in addition to actually having the automation of the processes internally. So yeah,
Really exciting. So, in other words, it's a revenue driver in addition to an efficiency play. And over time, and I've already seen this actually, Iman, in certainly the startup industry and the non-profit industry more specifically. But over time, companies will start building new products and features leveraging these low and no code platforms. Fantastic stuff, Iman. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I've learned a ton. And I really appreciate you taking a couple of moments to speak with us and highlight some of the really incredible work that you're doing within Make today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining our first discussion of many. We hope that you enjoyed the conversation. We're incredibly excited to bring AI, low and no code, to you to help you thrive. Please feel free to reach out to me directly if you'd like to learn more, or if you want to bring this more efficient product development framework to your organization, big or small. And thank you once again, Iman, for such a wonderful conversation. Have a fantastic rest of your week.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.